Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. As you all know that we have been discussing from the last 5-6 classes all about vectors. What is vector and how to represent a vector in the vector form, vector quantity in the vector form, and how many types of vectors are there and how we use them in the physics, like resolution of vector and resultant of vectors. So every vector can be divided into two rectangular components, that is nothing but along two perpendicular directions. That is what we call it as resolution of a vector, like a cos theta, a sin theta. And also we have studied addition of two vectors are nothing but resultant of two vectors. So a bar plus b bar, that will become as another vector, third vector r bar. So r bar equal to a bar plus b bar. Then the resultant vector magnitude r square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. That is what we have studied. And also we have studied two different laws to understand the resultant of two vectors or addition of two vectors. One is triangular law of vector addition, where we have drawn one vector first, a bar, then we have drawn b bar such that the final point of a bar and the initial point of b bar both coincides. Then when we draw or when we connect the initial point of a bar and final point of b bar, then we got the resultant, and that we call it as a bar plus b bar. So this is our a bar plus b bar, that is nothing but r bar. So a bar plus b bar. Now if you redraw b bar here, if you redraw a bar here, then earlier it was looking like a triangle, and that we call it as triangular law of vector addition. Now this is looking like, this is b bar, this is a bar, where opposite sides are equal and parallel, and this is looking like a parallelogram law, where a bar and b bar as adjacent sides of parallelogram, then the diagonal between them is looking like their resultant. So the diagonal between the two vectors which are drawn as adjacent sides of parallelogram, that gives the resultant of two vectors. So that here we took the magnitude r square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. That is what we have studied, right? Now one more thing we have to study here, that is subtraction of vectors. Also we need to study just from there. Then we'll understand product of vectors. So subtraction of vectors is similar like addition of vectors. Subtraction of vector is nothing but addition of vector only. How? If a bar and b bar two vectors, same a bar b bar, then a bar plus b bar we call it as addition. Then a bar minus b bar we call it as subtraction. But a bar minus b bar nothing but what we write is a bar plus minus b bar. So this is nothing but subtraction of a bar and b bar, which is nothing but addition of a bar and minus b bar. Now suppose you want to get this, where a bar minus b bar. So you can use triangular law of vector addition in the similar way. See here, one thing you need to understand that, like this is I cap, then this will become minus I cap. So both are equal in magnitude but exactly opposite in direction. So similar way, this is A bar, then this will become minus A bar. It should be equal in magnitude and exactly opposite in direction. Or you can also draw like this. This is minus A bar. Equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Similar way, what I will tell you is, if this is B bar, then this will become minus B bar. So when you want to find A bar minus B bar, same triangular law you can use, but you have to add A bar and minus B bar. So they will give A bar B bar, then you take minus B bar first. Like first you draw A bar. This is our A bar. But now you have to add minus B bar. That means this is B bar, but this is minus B bar. So after drawing B bar, you don't join these two ends. You draw minus B bar. When you know B bar, minus B bar is simple. Opposite to B bar, equal in magnitude. Then if you join these two. Now A bar is one vector. Minus B bar is also a vector. So when you want to add two vectors, how to add two vectors? Using triangular law of vector addition. Draw one vector. Then draw the another vector. Here another vector is not B bar, minus B bar. Such that final point of A bar and initial point of minus B bar both must coincide. Then if you join the initial point of first vector and final point of second vector, that will give you the addition. Nothing but A bar plus minus B bar. Nothing but A bar minus B bar. Now the question is, what is the magnitude? See, R bar is A bar plus B bar. Let's take this is S bar something. A bar minus B bar is another vector, S bar. Then how to get the magnitude? So here this is A bar, this is B bar, and this is R bar equal to A bar plus B bar. Then we took the magnitude as R square equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, where A is the magnitude of A bar, B is the magnitude of B bar, and theta is the angle between A bar and B bar. This is the angle between A bar and B bar. Then R is the magnitude of A bar plus B bar. But now we want A bar minus B bar. Then we will draw A bar first, then we will draw A bar plus minus B bar. So this is our B bar, then this will become minus B bar. So this is our minus B bar, and then this will become A bar plus minus B bar, nothing but A bar minus B bar. Now this is A bar minus B bar, right? Then if this is A bar minus B bar, then so apply in the similar manner. Here A bar plus B bar means you have added A bar with B bar. Here A bar minus B bar is nothing but addition, but A bar with minus B bar. So this is the resultant of A bar and B bar. Then this is the resultant of A bar and minus B bar. Subtraction of A bar and B bar is nothing but resultant of A bar and minus B bar. So please understand. So resultant of A bar and B bar is called A bar plus B bar. But resultant of A bar and minus B bar is called A bar minus B bar. But the rule is same. Both are called resultant of two vectors. But here resultant of A bar and B bar, here resultant of A bar and minus B bar. So that now we got this one. Now see why I am specifying this much about subtraction, because in coming chapter motion in a plane you may start in this session. There you will use lot of applications using this subtraction of two vectors. You will solve lot of questions based on this subtraction of vectors, like river boat problem, rain man problem. So all those cases you will study based on this only. So that's why I am specifying this much. Now here when you want to find the resultant, you considered magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar and angle between A bar and B bar. But when you want to find this one, that is S square. Now the magnitude of S square equal to magnitude of A, same A square, magnitude of B, but here not B bar, here minus B bar. B bar magnitude B. What is minus B bar magnitude? Same B. Only direction is opposite, but magnitude is same. So here also how much you will substitute? B square. I cap or minus I cap. What is the magnitude? 1 only. But what is the difference? Direction opposite. Same way, B bar and minus B bar. Magnitude is how much? Same B. Then plus 2AB cos. What is this? Angle between A bar and B bar. Because here this is the resultant of A bar and B bar. But here this is the resultant of A bar and minus B bar. Then which angle you should consider? Angle between A bar and minus B bar. Now if you consider, this is A bar direction, but this is minus B bar direction, then this will become angle between A bar and minus B bar. So that what is the angle? This total is 180. This is theta. So this will become 180 minus theta. If you remember simply, see this is A bar, this is B bar. Angle between them is theta. Then this will become minus B bar and the angle will become 180 minus theta. If angle between A bar and B bar is theta, then angle between A bar and minus B bar will become 180 minus theta. Simple mathematics. So that here comes the angle is 180 minus theta. Same formula you can apply, because this is also resultant, this is also resultant, but this is resultant of A bar and B bar, that's why A bar plus B bar. But this is resultant of A bar and minus B bar, that's why A bar plus minus B bar, nothing but A bar minus B bar. So S square equal to A square plus B square cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta. So plus minus minus 2AB cos theta. So this is what the magnitude of resultant of A bar and minus B bar. So remember this also. Suppose sometimes they'll give pure questions based on vectors also in the entrance. Like one example I will give you. They have given magnitude of A bar plus B bar equal to magnitude of A bar minus B bar. Then what is the angle between A bar and B bar? The question is angle between A bar and B bar under the condition magnitude of A bar plus B bar and magnitude of A bar minus B bar, both are same. Then this magnitude is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta equal to, this magnitude is a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. Square square get cancelled. Then a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. A square cancel. B square cancel. So here remains 2ab cos theta. Here remains minus 2ab cos theta. Then bring this side. Then 2ab cos theta plus 2ab cos theta equal to 0. Then 4ab cos theta equal to 0. That is cos theta equal to, this will go this side, 0 by something 0. So cos theta 0 means what is theta? 90 degrees. Like some cases you may get direct questions based on vector application also. But based on this subtraction, you will also study the questions in motion in a plane. Right? We will see all those applications also. Now, so that is all about resultant of A bar and B bar and resultant of A bar and minus B bar. So final conclusion is resultant of A bar and B bar is addition. Resultant of A bar and minus B bar is subtraction. Right? Now let's see the product of vectors. We need to understand about product of vectors. So what is product of vector? See, there is, when you consider about multiplication of vector, the first thing is very simple, that is multiplication of vector by a scalar. If A bar is a vector, scalar means what? Number. Suppose A bar is 2i cap, then 4a bar will become 4 into 2i cap, that is 8i cap. So if you multiply a vector with number, the direction remains same, I cap. Only what changes? Magnitude. So you can multiply any vector with scalar, any number. Not only this one, take another one, like A bar is 2i cap minus 3j cap. Then 2a bar equal to 2 into 2i cap minus 3j cap, nothing but 4i cap minus 6j cap. So now this is another vector. Let's say this is B bar. But B bar must be parallel to A bar. If you multiply a vector with a number or scalar, you will get another vector which must be parallel to initial vector. Like example, if I multiply A bar with 2, then I got another vector B bar, but B bar must be parallel to A bar. So any two vectors, or else in another way you can say, if two vectors like P bar and Q bar, then P bar equal to some number, let's take some K, into Q bar. Then P bar parallel to Q bar. P bar magnitude is not equal to Q bar, but P bar direction is same like Q bar. Either both are in the same direction or both are parallel to each other, like this. They may be like this or they may be like this. This is along same line. This is like they are parallel to each other. So whenever two vectors can be written like this, then they must be parallel. See, 2 Newton along x-axis, 10 Newton along x-axis. Both are along x-axis. What is difference? Magnitude only. So that is what you need to understand. So this is like multiplication of a vector with a scalar. So what happens when you multiply a vector with scalar? Its magnitude changes. But its direction remains same. But that is a least bothered case, because actually we mainly bother about multiplication of two vectors. And here comes two different methods. One is scalar product, or you will also take it as dot product. Another one, vector product, and you can also call it as cross product. If 2 Newton and 5 Newton, two forces are there. So what is the multiplication of vector means? You cannot say 2 into 5, 10. So when you have to multiply two vectors, then you need to follow either this method or this method. Let's take, there are two vectors A bar and B bar. Then A bar dot B bar equal to some number will come. If you multiply two vectors such a way that you will result a scalar. Here what is the answer will come? Scalar. Then that method is called scalar product. Here you are representing with dot, that's why you will also call it as dot product. Or same two vectors if you multiply such that the result is a vector, then it is called vector product. Or you are writing like A bar cross B bar, this is called cross. So A bar cross B bar, that's why it is also called cross product. There is dot product, there is cross product. Dot product gives scalar, cross product gives vector. Scalar from two vectors, vector from two vectors. This is also they have done for the physics. So how we can apply this in physics, that also we will understand. But here mainly what I am trying to tell you is, you can multiply any two vectors using two different methods. Where in one method from two vectors you will get a scalar, result is a scalar. That's why it is called scalar product. How we will do that we will learn. And in another method you will take two vectors and multiply such that you will get the result as vector. Or you can say like A bar plus B bar. That is why it is called cross product. So what is dot product, what is cross product? That we need to understand individually in depth. Because this and this also we will use in the physics in particular chapters. Right? So that is what the multiplication of vector introduction. So what exactly it is, how exactly we find it, and why we are writing this way. So all these things we will study in the coming classes. Right? So thank you so much.